Hello everybody, cracking night, cracking performance, and just saying to Pat how pleased I am personally and proud of KELL BROOK, because I don't know when the penny dropped, but the penny's dropped, and normally we have people living with him and getting he done the whole thing himself this time. You know, he took himself away from the helm, you know, right by Dom. He took full responsibility for his preparation, and well done, my son. You're going to reap the rewards. A few words?
Yeah, obviously, I've done all that. You know, I've had a bad time with the Alexander fight, and I got a lot of stick for that. So, you know, I had something to prove tonight. I knew that, you know, as a game champion, I knew that I had to take myself away from home comforts. You know, really knuckle down in training. You know, and we get great results. Like, you know, the harder you train, the easier the fights are. We were hard to get sparring in, but we had some brilliant sparring with Brian Rose, and Tyan Booth were great. Liam Cameron, we got some great work done, you know. So tonight we did the business, and you know, nothing's going to stop me from getting that world title now.
Guys, down in the dumps, KELL win 3 fights falling through. It seems like the appetite back for it now.
Definitely, appetite were there. You know, me Steel City, Sheffield, loving the fans tonight. Really, could really hear them tonight. You know, that buzz is there. You know, I'm back. You know, I'm injury free, fit and healthy, and you know, I'm ready now.
In terms of the performance, obviously you sort of started piling it on him, but he caught you with one that you let him go a little bit, but you recovered quite quickly.
Yeah, obviously, I ate him the round before. You know, and I knew that I could, you know, could take him at will. You know, I've got the power to take him at will. I think that, you know, I just took my foot off the gas a little bit and thought that I could do anything I want. But it woke me up, and I thought to myself straight away, you know, I recovered straight away, and you know, I thought you're gonna get it now, and he did. He got it.
What other options are there other than going ahead with the IBF?
Well, the IBF will send a letter out on December the 18th. I've been working the last couple of months looking at all kinds of options. I mean, obviously we don't like to harp on about it, but the Amir Khan fight is a natural fight we'd love. You know, we're led to believe that he's close to a fight with Mayweather. If that doesn't happen, that's a fight we'd love. I've already spoke to Richard Schaefer about the Broner fight. Now that's a fight I believe we can get over here. And you know, we have got this obligation to the IBF. That was our original plan. But like I said to KELL, you know, he said to me walking down the change rooms after the fight, what do you think next? And I said, oh, all I can tell you is the worst way, you're going to be fighting for the IBF world title. So he wants to win a world title. I'm sure I'm not speaking for him when I tell him that he'd take the Khan fight for no world title. But, you know, like I said, the worst way is KELL Brook's fighting for the world title next. And, you know, there's all kinds of huge fighters out there potentially.
I think Brian is more likely over here than Alexander would be over here.
Yes, because it could be pay-per-view over here. The Alexander fight's not pay-per-view over here, the Broner fight is, and of course the Khan fight is. I mean, you're talking about huge money. You know, you're talking about offering these guys $4 or $5 million to come over and fight KELL BROOK. So I believe we can make it happen. You know, and you know, I think people are excited to watch KELL BROOK again. You know, we've got a whole new negotiation with Alexander. We've been through it all. We nearly went to purse bids. We agreed terms. It was a great deal for KELL. Everybody was happy. And now we go back. Maybe we make a run at it and try and bring the fight here. I think he could sell out the Emirates Arena for that fight. You know, I think Sky would love to have that fight here. So maybe we'll make it interesting for him. But
What do you think of possibly a Broner? I mean, he's much smaller. Essentially, he's quite a smaller guy than you.
Yeah, obviously started at a lighter weight. I'm a big welterweight, obviously the talented kid, but you know, I'm very confident in that fight. You know, I'd love to get it here for the fans. You know, it'll be a mega fight.
Is he someone you like?
Not really. You know, I think he tries to copy Mayweather, but you know, he's not good at doing it. So he needs doing it.
What are your thoughts on Khan these days?
Same as they've always been. You know, I want the fight. I want the fight. You know, the fans want the fight, and it'd be huge in Britain. So, you know, it's all laid out to be made.
Do you think he deserves that shot at Mayweather and if he does that?
I don't think he deserves that shot at all. You know, he's not even boxed at welterweight. he didn't look very good when he boxed last time out here. But you know, this is boxing, politics, money talks, and
Bullshit works.
you know, bullshit works. It is what it is, so that's what it is.
The Alexander fight did happen when
But they have to fight him within 90 days of December the 18th. So you're looking at what, March or March, April. But I mean, the interesting thing with Kell is now he's fresh. You know, his new mentality is that normally I would try and have another fight, say right now, bang, you're out again. You got 1 week off, straight back to the gym. But this is, you're talking big league now, so it's not something we're just going to rush into. He goes on holiday on Friday for 2 weeks with Lindsay to Mexico, so by the time he comes back we'll know exactly where we are. But it's not the time to just rush into a decision. You're talking about life-changing opportunities now, so we've got to get it right.
But it's a realistic number for, say, well, say it wasn't Alexander, it was Broner
If it's Broner, or if it's Broner, you know, you could potentially do it in May at Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. If it's calm, we do it at Bolton Wanderers, we do it at Manchester United. You know, I mean, that's the kind of level you're talking about that fight, and that's why outside of
Bolton Wanderers.
Well, that's where I'm here, isn't it? Yeah. But the thing is that outside of the Mayweather fight, there is no fight in boxing that could pay Khan that kind of money. So if he doesn't get it, I know we can make that happen. But obviously he's going to be chasing that fight, and he may well get it. And but again with Broner, you know, again it's huge money for him as well. So Kell's a huge star in the making, and Sky love him, the public love him. You know, he was originally more or less the golden boy of British boxing coming through, as you know, and now he got back there. You know, and that's what I'm so proud about, because he could potentially have been the forgotten man, and he could have fizzled out of the sport, in my opinion, if he didn't decide that this is what he wants. So, and now all of a sudden we're back where we were originally, the Saudi fight, but actually we're miles in front of that with that performance. So,
But beat Broner and you could be fighting Mayweather in September.
yeah, I believe Kell Brook's going to be in those fights. I've always said it, you know. And people talk about, oh, he's stalling. He's like, you know, he had injuries. Alexander pulled out the fight, but he's 31-0. He's an immense talent dealing with people like that, and you know, he wants challenges. He wants the big fights, and he's going to get them.
Dominic, you beaten the way Kell fought tonight?
Yeah, but I always think there's more to come with Kell. You know, I never. When I see him fight, I never think, well, you know what, it was a good performance, but I just expect him to make easy work of them type of kids. And in the past when he's made hard work, you know, me and John sit down and shake his heads and think, why has he made hard work or an easy fight? And I'm still going to say it again, we still haven't seen the best of him, really. You know, he got rid of that kid in 4 rounds, he's only ever been beat once, former world champion, never been stopped. You know, that second knockdown, he got up, he must have looked around that arena and thought, where am I? Because he didn't know where he was. Even referee said, come towards me, and he like, looks and said, you know, where am I?
But that must have been the best performance of Kell's.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a bit difficult when you mix up in the middle. It's, you know, if you can look from the outside, which we never tend to do it, we're just looking at the fight. You don't really get the outside view. When we go back and look at the TV, we'll probably get a bit more in perspective. But, you know, he got caught with a good shot. He recovered well, which is a sign of a very good fighter. And the thing with Kell is, you know, you can see that thought going through his head. Yeah, you're going to get it. And that's exactly what he did. He picked his shots, you know, and dumped him on his backside again, and it was game over. So, you know, he's got plenty of heart, and he can punch, and that's an exciting combination.
It showed a lot of composure when he got hit, though, didn't it?
He did, but, you know, he's been in them situations. You know, I remember a few years back, before he boxed with British title, he went out to Belgium and boxed a kid called Bonsu, who was a big welterweight, and he'd knocked lumps off anybody. And I remember talking to him about that fight, only a young kid at the time. He said, I went over there with life and death every day, and it is when you go to them places. So, you know, he knows what it's like to get hit, but it's just not that you want to be doing that. But you've got to be able to think, you know, if I get caught, keep a clear head, compose myself and come back. He didn't unravel, he didn't go to pieces, you know, he knew he'd done the training and he knew he could come back from it, and that's exactly what he did.
Thank you very much, gents. As always, thanks for your support. See you very soon.